Hey, Aaron. After getting to the Super Bowl once and now having such a good season, how strong is your desire to make it and win the Super Bowl? Raheem Morris said you are very much looking forward to this game against the 49ers. How bad you want it?
Well, this is what you work for. This is what I've been working for. This is what we've been working for. They're trying to find a way to get to the Super Bowl, and we one game away. Against a divisional opponent, a team that had a number the past couple of times we played them. So I feel like ain't no better stage than this. This is what type of games you train for during the off season. All that extra grind, all that extra film is to playing big games like this. But I feel like no better stage than what we got right now. So.
Thank you, Aaron.
Dylan?
Hey, Aaron. In the immediate in the post-game press conference of that Super Bowl, you kind of talked about feeling that you let your team down. And I'm just kind of wondering, when you talk about your motivation of getting back there, I mean, has that feeling kind of stuck with you at all over these years?
It's just trying to find a way to win. Trying to find something, a way to get back and accomplish something I never accomplished before. I don't know what it felt like to win the Super Bowl. I know what it felt like to be there, but I don't know what it felt like to win. I feel like I accomplished a lot in a short amount of time in this league. I think only thing I'm lacking now is trying to, being a world champion. But to get to that point, we gotta win this week. So we focus on the 49ers and trying to find a way to, to beat them, to get to what we're trying to get to. So.
You said then that to get to that point of, getting back to the Super Bowl and to win it, that you would have to get better as a player. Just kind of wondering since then, what type of wrinkles do you feel that you've added to your game, and maybe what areas do you feel you might be stronger in now than you were back then?
Just growing as a football player. I'm in my 8th year, so I understand the game, understand certain things a little bit better, football knowledge wise. So, that's a lot of growth from there, and I feel like that translates to what you do on the football field. Obviously, understanding different looks and things you get to able to play certain techniques and play certain things to have success. So,
thank you.
Stu?
Hey, Aaron. Raheem also mentioned that you've been especially vocal this week. When you have spent that extra time, if that is the case, and you've spent that extra time with, teammates, what does that look like, and what's your message been to them?
Well, that's a message I sent for my guy that we talked about. We know what's on the line. We one game away. Told them pretty much, this is what you work for. All that off-season training, all that camp, all the long grinding days we put in is for playing games like this, and we here now. So, we one game away. So, we just gotta go out there, do our job, and play a full game for 4 quarters and finish. So.
And then what have you seen out of Vaughn, especially the last 6 games, and how has that not only elevated your level of play, but just everybody else's that plays around him?
It's been great. Vaughn been playing great. I think it's been great, obviously, to have him as a football player and the talent he had. But me personally, I feel like having Vaughn. I always consider myself a leader, but more of a lead by example guy. I think one thing Vaughn been challenged me a lot more with, just him talking to me, is being more vocal, talking to the guys, letting them hear my voice. So, having Vaughn and just having him speak to me and talk to me, and, I feel like, some of the best things that I'm learning from Vaughn is being more of a vocal leader. So, it's been great though. He's been playing great football. It's playoff ball, so you expect that, so.
Thank you.
Sean?
Hey, Aaron. Raheem said he was watching that game against the Packers last year, the playoff loss, and he could see the pain in your eyes. What's that moment like? What's kind of going on through your mind during that time, and how is that kind of entering this weekend?
Well, I talked about what we're trying to do as a team, and that's, to be a world champion. Anytime you fall short, you feel like you couldn't do enough to help your team, you're going to feel like, you put a lot into this game, a whole lot. So the ultimate goal was winning and trying to find a way to win, and trying to find a way to be the last team standing. So until, we accomplish that, anything that's not that, is a loss in my eyes. So.
Your teammates have talked about how they really want to win and get there for you and for your legacy. What does it feel like to know that, guys are rallying around you and they really want to accomplish this, for themselves, of course, for the team, but also for you?
It meant a lot, it definitely meant a lot hearing that. But again, it ain't just for me, it's for the organization. It's for guys like, Witt and Stafford. They've been playing this game a little longer than me and ain't experienced that neither. So we got a lot of veteran guys, Weddle's back. So we got a lot of veteran guys that, we trying to, get that ultimate goal for. So it meant a lot for them guys to, feel like they trying to do it for me too. Because, I know I'm giving my all and trying to do everything I can in my power to, do my part to help accomplish that goal. So to know that them guys is riding with me mean a lot. So.
Thank you.
Kristen, you there?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you call me. Hey, Aaron. A lot has been made this week about the intensity in terms of the fan base between the 49ers and the Rams. How have you seen that play out from the player perspective in your previous matchups? And how much do you think that atmosphere will be elevated come Sunday?
I hope it's going to be great. I hope it's going to be a lot of Rams fans there. That's going to be, more Rams fans than Niners fans. So we're going to see. But I know it's going to be a live environment. Hopefully a lot of noise from our fans and we get the job done. So.
Modesty?
Aaron, what challenges does Jimmy Garoppolo present or how is he different from other quarterbacks?
He made good decisions. I think they stick with a game plan, they stick to it, and he's able to do a lot of things off that. So, they found ways to win. That's the most important thing, and we just got to do our job. So,
thank you.
Here.
Hey, Aaron, you said that the 49ers have had your guys' number the last few times. Why do you think that is, and how do you guys change it so that doesn't happen again?
They just won, but the past is the past, honestly. So this is a different type of football here that's going on, this week. This is one game away from the Super Bowl against an opponent that we used to. We know what to expect. We just got to play 4 quarters. We got to find a way to finish. So obviously, yeah, they beat us in ways. Well, I'm not going to sit here and talk about it, but they did this week. My mindset is there's no way we're going to lose this game. We got to play 4 quarters. We got to find a way to finish, and I know we're going to do that. So,
have you in your life ever lost 6 times in a row at any game that you play?
I don't think so.
Nick.
Hey, Aaron, obviously.
No, we got Nick Hamilton.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Thanks, Artis. Hey, Aaron, you talked about what happened in the regular season, but obviously the postseason is a brand new season. What are some of your approaches or things that you feel like you need to do in order, obviously we talk about execution, but just for you to get ready for that game mentally, what are some of the things that you are going to do or preparing to do?
You mean me personally?
Yes, you personally, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go about the same things I always do. Do what I got to do to make sure that I'm ready. That's from, preparing on a practice field to studying film and making sure I'm healthy and ready to perform. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Lindsay?
Aaron, how challenging is it to keep track of Debo Samuel with everywhere that he's lining up, including in the backfield? And what do you guys need to do to slow him down?
You said they move them all around everywhere from outside to in the backfield. You just gotta, I think, when they got certain guys getting the ball, we just gotta swarm and tackle. Now I think last game we missed a lot of tackles and we can't allow that this time. So we gotta swarm. We gotta wrap up. So
thanks, Aaron.
Kurt. Kurt, you're on mute, Kurt.
Sorry, Aaron. You've talked a lot in this conversation about 4 quarters. Jalen said the same thing. And knowing that 2 of the last 3 games, you guys as a team surrendered big leads. What do you learn from those games that you'll apply to this game?
We got to play solid football. Trying to eliminate turnovers, trying to eliminate big plays that we give up as a defensive side of the ball, and we got to finish. That's what it comes down to, and that's what you got to do to win.
Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, we'll wrap up with you.
Hey, Aaron, thanks for taking the time. Back on Von Miller, you hear a lot of people saying right now he looks like sort of vintage playoff Von Miller. In terms of sort of some of the more technical parts of his rush, some of the tools he likes to do, the setups he likes to do, is there one or two that really kind of juice you up, or one or two that you really particularly just love to see play back on tape?
What, rushes?
Yeah, just how he sets stuff up and all that.
Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all how he sets stuff up, but I think he do a good job as far as switching up from, you know, finesse to power, and he's able to he understand the game, understanding how to defeat a guy, and it's showing, you know, consistently. For the past few weeks, he been showing up big time for us when we need him, and we're gonna have to continue to have that from him and from everybody else. So
he seems like he just has energy just flowing out of him all the time, positive energy. You guys have a lot of personalities in that room, I know, but what's it like having a guy who's kind of never off in that regard?
He's a great guy, man. He's a great teammate. He's a great person. You know, I'm real big on to being around people with good energy. And he's one of them guys that just, you know, when you're around him, it's just good energy, you know. So it's been great to have him. And, you know, obviously the things he's been doing for us as far as on the football field, you know, make you smile that much harder. So it's been great.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yep.